All righty. Perfect. All right. How's it going, everybody? So we have Luis here. Luis is one of our QuantVue members that has had a lot of success very, very recently. And as time progresses, we'll hopefully continue to have success as we're going further and further down the line. Um, Luis, go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody. Tell them about a little bit about your background, kind of what it is that got you into QuantVue, things you like about QuantVue, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure, man. So Luis Gonzalez, I've been trading for like, I don't know, 20 years. Ever since everything ranging from penny stocks, options, futures, the whole gambit. Penny stocks were a mess. Glad I got out of that. But as soon as I discovered futures and options, my trading trajectory totally turned around. So I've been trading for 20 years. And then most recently, I'm in tech. That's what I work in as a
Hmm.
full-time job. And I trade on this. I trade as a hobby, but it's a lot of success. So when AI and everything started coming out, I started saying, well, why do I have to keep having the burden of trading on my own? I want something to kind of help augment my strategies and kind of go for it. So then I started researching and I came across a ton of different providers. I tried them out, but so far I'm finding that Quant is very mature and be in their algorithm, their community, and everything that they kind of offer together. So that's why I just kind of ended up here recently, and it's been great.
Awesome. And what's sort of like your favorite, go-to strategy or strategies? I know that we offer both manual and
Yeah,
automated options, but automation is the most popular thing
yeah.
that people do. What's kind of like your go-to, like as an individual?
Right now, I mean, I have Zeus running in the background because that's your staple, right? So that just runs. But I also have QIce running for me. That one's been a favorite of mine, actually, because
Mhm.
it's just quick. It's just fast. Like as soon as it sniffs out a losing trade, it gets out, and it's great for this prop firm kind of setup that I just discovered recently, and it's been absolutely amazing. So I use that for automation because it's faster than I am, being able to sniff out when is a good entry and when to exit, right?
Right.
And I've been doing I know that the recommendations are 2.5 bar and a 5 bar. I've been playing with the 4, and it's been working out pretty well. And I try to do it so that I have a 2 win to 1 loss. So like, if I'm targeting 500, if I'm targeting 1,000, I want only 500 drawdown, and that's good over time. I know some folks like it to have it tight because I don't like losses, but I don't mind losing as long as I could compound those wins, and it's working out so far so well. And I'm using bank seeds for manual trading, so it gives me the confluences. So it's your strategy to be comfortable, and it's pretty freaking awesome. So that's what I use for just giving me that confidence to go in. I mean, before the way that I typically trade was breakup structures, using lagging indicators like MACD cross, 5-minute chart, 10 SMA cross, stuff like that. But now looking at this more, I guess, rigorous, well thought out strategy of Banksy is like pretty awesome, dude. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and it's really easy to kind of pick up on because everybody kind of sees visually the same exact
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Entries trailing your stop loss, it tells you where to put your stop loss at to where, you can have those really large runners. And
Yeah.
at the same time, too, your stop loss is pretty consistently small. I mean, I've seen some people, have a 1 to 5, 1 to 8 RR, type of day,
Yeah.
and they can get that pretty consistently 4 days out of the week sometimes even all
Yeah.
5 days, right? Like you've been absolutely killing it. I mean, I think it was what, $2,100 today
Yeah.
alone from a mix of manual and QIs,
That's correct.
right? And and I've seen you post like very consistently. I saw you post yesterday, the day before, so on and so forth. And that, using that and compounding the prop firms, like what you're also a little bit newer to, the more accounts that you have, the less you really need to go for. The more you can
Sure.
scale back and use all the different numbers of accounts that you have to then kind of get you to that next level of,
Yeah.
this is all that I need. I don't need anything else now.
Right.
I can be here from 9:30 to 10 o'clock or 10:30 and be done with my day and then go do whatever it is that I want for the rest of the day or the rest of the week, even in
Yeah.
some cases.
That's
Right.
exactly right.
But yeah, I really appreciate, the kind words that you're saying about the strategy. Is there any sort of tips or tricks, because I know that we have a lot of new users that come
Yeah.
in pretty regularly. Is
Hmm.
there any tips or tricks, even not so much just QuantVue, but also your experience as a trader? You have almost 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Um, what are some tips and tricks you can kind of share with some other members that maybe you knew were less experienced
Hmm.
and therefore also newer to QuantVue as a whole also?
Don't be afraid to cut the losers. If you have a losing trade, get out. It's okay. You
Yeah,
don't fall in love with those. That's just like a general kind of like principle as a trader. But as far as this, if you're doing the prop firms, you have to trade them differently than you're trading your own personal cash account because of those rules, right? So so one of the things that you have to take into account, even though it is this situation where you have $200 wins throughout, that 2.5 trailing drawdown can get you, right? And don't get frustrated. I mean, you just have to kind of pay attention to that. So just consistent wins, and try not to blow up those accounts by just holding on to those losers. Just get out, and use the strategies. They work, right? If you keep jumping strategies, is not going to be a good thing to do either. I've noticed that if you just stick to it for more than a week, more than 2 weeks, it's better than jumping and jumping and jumping, because then you're never going to be able to figure out what's the rhythm, right? It's just strategies have their streaks. Sometimes they win for a period of time because of the market conditions. Other times they're going to lose because of the market conditions. And you have to be able to hold out through those, weather those storms, to be able to get those clean, nice wins when they come, and just enjoy them. Because then you'll be mad looking back at the Discord and all these people are winning on the strategy that you just left. Don't do that to yourself.
yep. And that's where that risk management definitely comes in.
Yeah,
It's, can your account survive a losing streak or a
right.
couple losing trades? And the way some people scale and risk and size, that's not the case. They'll take 2 or 3 losing days. They'll fail an account because they're way over leveraged, and
Yep.
then they'll buy a new account and then switch to a different strategy,
Yep.
right? And it's the same thing, just over and over again. So that's the reason why we'd like to have you on, and we really do appreciate your time and kind of the insight that you were able to give. So thank you for that. And yeah, and we'll see you we'll see you in the Discord, hopefully continuously posting,
Yeah, man.
and also on the live streams and all that. And we'll kind of obviously keep in touch in that Discord community. All right.
Sounds good, man. Awesome.
All righty,
Great
Luis.
work
Thank
here.
you. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it.
All right, man.